Welcome to Big Bog State Recreation Area. This is my first time here and I'm camping. This is my camping spot and I am excited to show you around. The camping site I have this time is not very secluded. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the camping here and the hiking, but first I'm going to set up my tent because it looks like it might rain as per usual when I'm camping. At this point, it had started raining, but I was determined to get everything set up, so I just went through the process anyway. How lucky am I that I got here right before it really started to rain. I have my tent up, I've got most of my stuff in here. I want to definitely hit up the boardwalk. I mean, that's like the big thing here, is to check out the boardwalk. Every campsite here has a little dock and access to the little inlet river thing that goes into Red Lake. The campsites here are not secluded at all. All of the campsites are really close together. The rain subsided a bit, so I'm going to show you my campsite. So I'm at campsite number 9E, which means I have electric, although I don't need the electric because I'm camping in the tent. So this is the area to park. There's the hookups. I'm using a tent. We've got a couple picnic tables and a couple fire things here, so I don't know why, unless those ones are for public use, but it looks almost like I have 2 picnic tables and 2 fire grates here. As you can tell, we are right on the main road here, but each one of these campsites along the water hook up to a little dock here, so you can bring a small boat, canoe, kayak, and pull it right up and dock it at your little boat spot here. I didn't bring my canoe because it's just me and I'm only here for one night. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna head that way. About 7 miles down the road is where the northern part of this recreation area is, and that's where I can get to the start of the boardwalk. So my campsite's right here and the showers and bathrooms are right there, so it's very close, nice and nearby for those people who need to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night every night like me. Right over by the bathrooms there is a fish filleting station. I'm going to show you inside. Very cool. Now we're gonna head over to the bathrooms. When you arrive here at the boardwalk hike, in the parking lot you will see that there's nowhere to purchase a pass. So if you do not have the vehicle permit pass already for the whole year, you're going to need to purchase one before coming here. You can purchase it at the office back at the campgrounds, or you can purchase it ahead of time. I purchased mine online and then they just mailed me the sticker for my car. Just know that you will need the permit to be able to park at the Big Bog Boardwalk. This is Ludlow Pond. Apparently it's really deep, so you're not supposed to swim in it, but you can fish in it. There's a loop trail around this pond, and then the boardwalk goes off away from the pond. The Big Bog Boardwalk is 1 mile long, and so hopefully I don't get downpoured on. I'm at the start right now. It's got this pretty opening with some flowers and some cool metalwork. A nice sign welcoming us, telling us that you are here. And we are going to go all the way to the terminus. We start off in tree coverage, and we notice that there are holes in the boardwalk, and that is to make sure that the plants and vegetation under the boardwalk are getting plenty of sunlight. We're not killing them off by having the boardwalk here. It's really important to stay on the boardwalk when you're here because the bog is very susceptible to damage. One footprint can last a long time as far as how the damage from that one footprint will affect the bog. The boardwalk is made to be wheelchair accessible, but you are not allowed to bring bicycles or skateboards and things like that onto it. This would be an incredible place to go bird watching if you're a birder. I can see and hear birds everywhere. You might wonder if it's really buggy out here, being that we're walking through a bog. And so far, it's not really bad. There are a few flies flying around, and I have one mosquito bite so far, but I'm not wearing any bug repellent, so I don't consider that to be too bad. In some of my past videos, I've talked about white pine and red pine. Today I'm going to talk about tamarack trees. This right here is a tamarack tree, and you can tell by the needle clusters, as you see here. They tend to have clusters of about 20 or so needles, and they grow off of these little thin branches. As opposed to a spruce tree, the needles grow on all sides of the little twig branches. This is actually a carnivorous plant, and little bugs will crawl or fly down inside of it, and then they can't get back out because of the hair-like growths that prevent them from getting out. In the early 1900s, there was an attempt to try and drain this area, this bog area of water, to make it into good, fertile farmland, but luckily that failed, and now we have this gorgeous area. If you're unfamiliar with peat bogs, they take millennia to form, and each year it grows little by little, making thicker and thicker peat underground. What is peat? Peat is dead plants that are not decaying, that kind of just keep layering on top of each other over thousands of years. The soil doesn't allow decay of the plants and even animals and different things like that because it's high in acidity and low in oxygen. So that combination means that bacteria can't really live in acid without oxygen. You could say it's high in acidity, low in oxygenity. So in peat bogs in Europe, there have been really cool things found that just haven't decayed over thousands of years, like bodies, human bodies that just haven't really decayed, or butter, I think, was another one that I've heard. A lot of the plants here have been used for medicinal purposes by the local Ojibwe tribe for a long time. Definitely not gonna go track myself around off of the boardwalk to find things because I definitely don't want to hurt the bog. But here at the end, it's really open, and it's so tempting to want to just jump off the bog and like feel what the ground feels like, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna look through this little looking glass thing here. I don't know what it's called. Let's see what we can see. Shout out to my mom who said, bring a salad, when I told her I was going to have ramen noodles for dinner. So when you drive in here, you can see the gorgeous red lake. Right now the sun is glistening off the top of the lake. There's a little trail that you can start heading that way. There's a beach area, there's a parking space, and honestly, I'm so happy. And it's pretty cool right now because you can still see the rain coming down over Red Lake. I'll show you. There's rain over there, and then there's an opening, and then more rain over this way. I'm so far away from shore right now, and I am about knee-deep water. There's somebody out in front of me who's even farther than I am and barely in waist-deep water. I've never been to this beach before, and this is not really what I expected, but I love it. So I made it to the top of the fire tower. That is Red Lake behind me, and I am a little tired. It's a long way up, but wow, is it pretty up here. If you check out the visitor center right down there, you can rent canoes, kayaks, paddle boards. You can borrow boats with oars or with small trolley motors. And now it is afternoon, and I'm gonna go for a swim. One thing that not that many people, I guess, probably know about me is that I am a chronic underpacker. I always try to be like the minimalist, try to pack as little as possible. I don't need things, I'll be fine without things. And this is true, I'm always fine without things. But that means that I end up going swimming in clothes a lot. I have a bunch of swimsuits that I probably don't need because I don't wear swimsuits all that often. I end up wearing clothes when I go swimming because I don't plan on swimming. I didn't come to this park to swim. I didn't know what the swimming beach would even be like. I thought it would be like weedy like that everywhere, but gotta take the opportunity to swim in the perfect water on a beach all by yourself when you get the chance. Home sweet home. Good morning. I slept so well. There's an airplane flying around, and it's sunny out. I packed up my tent. I'm saying goodbye to my campsite, and it's time to head home. This is your reminder to subscribe to my channel and like this video to help me reach more people with my outdoor videos.